What's BEVIS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global monthly catch-up with Grim Sickers? What are you saying, my man? You good?
My favourite time of the month, bro. How about that? Yeah, I'm good. How about you, man? How's that Barnett doing over there, bro?
Well, I said to you, I'm not putting myself in this, so everyone can think what they want about the Barnett, but they ain't going to fucking see it. I'm telling you that. Boxing news is picking up. I know you're a massive Billy Joe fan, so the Canelo news,
Yeah.
and the fact that he's come out and said, look, I'm not going to be ready to fight Canelo. And we was talking about this being his one opportunity as well. That must be sort of a bit of a shit thing to hear, really.
Yeah, but do you know what though? I actually I agree with him for once. Well, not for once, but on this this particular instant, I think if it's the biggest fight of your life and you need more time, then yeah, take as much time as you need. I don't think the fight's going anywhere for him. I think he will get the fight eventually, but I do think he's done the right thing. Do you think he's done the right thing or not?
I mean, I don't know his training situation 100%. I know he would have been training, but then again, this is what I was speaking to Lou DeBella about yesterday. The Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor thing. She don't want to come over because she said she hasn't sparred, and if you haven't sparred,
yeah,
that preparation isn't it's not full preparation.
Yeah, but I think if Billy Joe knows he's not 100%, then I don't think like a 90% Billy Joe can beat Canelo. I think he needs to be 100%, and only he knows deep down if he's wasting his time or not. So maybe he's saving himself for another day. Maybe it's the right thing. I think it's a fight that we all want to see, but then it might open up an opportunity for Callum Smith. Ryder's is working his ass off to get the fight with the T-shirt. I like that little promo stunt that Ryder done as well. And but I do hope that a Brick gets it though. But Eubanks, I think he's a bit down the pecking order though for that fight, because I see he's screaming for that fight. But I think Eubanks needs to have a couple fights before he fights Canelo.
What do you think on people who are saying, and I've seen this a lot actually, saying that a fighter like Canelo, if this is your one chance to get it, and even if you feel you're 70%, you should just jump it just because it's the big one, it's the money one. Yeah,
but you're talking about a two-weight world champion. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's achieved a lot in the game, but he can walk out the game today. For someone like John Ryder, or for someone like Chris Eubanks, maybe, because I don't think you'll ever get that chance again. But for Billy, he holds a bout at that weight. Like, you can't avoid him. Like, he's there in the mix. So for him and Callum, but I get what people say. It's frustrating. Like, he's been waiting for a long time, and we do want to see him fight, but let's not forget he's still a world champion. So he's got other big fights there as well, maybe down the line.
Like you said, the John Ryder one's obviously picking up a lot of interest. We saw when Rocky Fielding made the jump to fight Canelo. It's not just a jump to world level. It's literally a leap if you're not at that elite level. How do you think John would fare against someone like Canelo? Because he proved he can mix it, like Callum Smith.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think John would do all right, man. I think John will stick in there for 12 rounds. I like John Gorilla, man. He against Callum Smith, he proves a lot of people wrong. I think he's worked hard at his graft. I think he's had one of the best British comebacks I've seen from the defeat that he had against Billy. And who else beat him as well?
Jack Armfield.
Yeah. From there, come back, grinded. And I think it'd be a hard work night for Canelo. And I think he would take any pay that he'll get given. So I think Ryder might even get the fight, or that Domrachenko. I think one of them two might get it.
Yeah, I mean, Derevyanchenko is another one who proved he could mix it. Like, when you saw his fight with GGG, that was epic. That was a proper classic.
Is he got the same trainer as Domrachenko and Usyk? Is he part of that collective?
No.
Okay, I always show myself up on him. I thought it was always as one Ukrainian. I thought it was him.
And bloody Ukrainians all the same, aren't they?
They're all hard, but I do think John Ryder might get it, and I do think he'll put up a good scrap. But I do want to see Callum Smith though, and then I do want to see Berbatov fighting, but I don't think he'll fight Berbatov. But I think Callum Smith, I don't know. Because they're not making much pay on the gate, I think John Ryder might nick the fight. I think he deserves it as well.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, because the gate, when you've heard Eddie talk about it, the gate thing seems so crucial when it comes to Canelo, and I just don't want it to end up like I see loads of people still come out to this day and mention the fact that if I'd have fought Floyd, this would have happened, and I don't want Canelo to eventually pass having not fought at least a couple of these Brits that we give a high percentage of a chance to cause him trouble.
I think he'll definitely fight Billy. Because I'm sure he wants to win that strap. I'm sure he wants to fight. Maybe if he fights Smith, gets that bout, then fights Billy. I don't know, but then I want to see Billy versus Smith. So I don't know. When's it for? September?
Looking for September time. Yeah, obviously you can't nail sign on, but September, October time.
September, July, August. Yeah, Billy, maybe if Billy knows he ain't got enough time, then who are we to rush him? You know what I'm saying? If he ain't got enough time, I can't. I'd rather 100% Billy's Joe Saunders go in there and then give it, because he'll be regretting that day forever if he goes in at 70%. And he'll be kicking himself every day for the rest of his life.
Garcia Campbell. Now, obviously, there's so many good fights on paper in that division, and I think there was a few things that come out today saying he could potentially fight for the WBO belt. But long story short, it's come out that him and Campbell could potentially face off, which obviously is a fight that we'd be quite happy to see.
Ryan Garcia, listen to me very closely, bro. Don't fight Luke Campbell, bro, because he'll push your career back by 18 months at least. Luke Campbell is like, he went 12 rounds with Linares. He was trying to go like Lomachenko. All right, you can't say he didn't have he done well, but he stuck in there and he tried matching him every second of the fight against Lomachenko. He's probably gave Lomachenko his hardest fight so far, mate. Not as hard as because he got beat, but his top 3 hardest fights. Lomachenko's nose deep down. Luke Campbell gave him a good scrap. And Ryan Garcia, I don't know if you've got the pedigree or the experience just yet. I think it might be a bit too early for that. And I think if I was Garcia's team, I wouldn't even think about going with Luke Campbell at this moment in time. Maybe in 2 years, when he's 23, 24, but Luke Campbell, I still believe he's going to be a world champion at that weight.
It says a lot about the fact that Luke's always mentioned in big fights about how good he is, because there's a lot of people who talk about big fights and talk a lot of shit, if we're being honest, at 135. I like Devin Haney, but he talks. I like Ryan Garcia, but he talks. Luke's cold, isn't he? He just seems like a cold killer. He don't really say much, but you don't want to get in the ring with him.
Yeah. But you know what? I think he if he branded himself, I know he's an Olympic winner and that, but I think he could have been a lot bigger than what he is today, because if he was a talker. But
we see how well Ryan Garcia brands himself.
Mate, I went on this geezer's Instagram the other day, yeah? He's nearly 1.7 million. I went on BoxNation and seen who's he beat. That's probably one of the best bit of branding I've seen. When Ryan Garcia's branding's crazy. How come he's so big already?
What he does, he hangs around a lot with, and I'm making it sound like he just latches onto them, but I know he's good friends with like a couple of, the YouTube got like Logan and Jake Paul and that. And
oh, does he?
Obviously, he's good looking, isn't he? So have you seen his like comments on Twitter and that? He just gets a lot of girls and all fangirling and all that and whatnot. But hey, what's his advantage? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Tremendous hand speed as well. But
yeah.
So you say Luke could beat him. How do you think Luke beats him?
I don't know if Garcia's got any whiskers on. I ain't seen him take a punch. Have you? I was trying to think because he got a chin. I don't know if he's. We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, he's taken punches, but I can't say he's taken like a full overhand to the chin.
Campbell's got bang on him as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's got a chin on him. So we're saying points, but I would definitely favour Luke Campbell all the way. I mean, like proper, like 70-30 to Luke Campbell in that fight. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea for Garcia to fight Campbell, to be fair. So I think he might swerve that, which would be unlucky for Luke because he does deserve that fight. And Luke deserves a big win as well.